huzzah.
No, we're not.
Uh,
Don't see it.
okay, all right.
Like
Well,
to.
it's there. It's
Oh,
going.
yeah. What at?
Hello,
Okay.
gay people on Twitch. Hello.
I stream.
Wait, what?
Hello, everyone on Twitch. We're inclusive to the straights as well.
Sorry, ally moment. Hello everyone on Twitch, not just the gay ones.
Hey, you know what? Here's a real question: Who's gonna get more subs on my channel, the gays or the straights? Let's find out.
That's a great challenge. You should do this during Pride
Jesus.
Month.
Yeah, Pride
Oh,
Month.
yeah,
Who
kinda
will
missed
win?
You know
it
what?
there.
Actually, every month can be Pride Month.
Every month
gotta
is Pride
encourage it.
Month because we're all proud of each other because everyone's going through a struggle and everyone's doing their best.
Wow, you're really like shilling yourself out here, huh?
I hated that one. I'm just gonna go actually.
Okay, but good news. Last
I'm sick,
one
I can't play.
to join the call was Frogs, so she gets to do the recap. Everyone,
Someone's not even here, and I think it's kind of a little bit.
we
wrong,
did
but
trap you because you do wait to get on. You do deliberately waste
a single
everyone's
time.
time.
A single time, first of all.
Single time.
Second of all, I'm
Let's-
being held at gunpoint to do this, so please don't believe a single word he's saying. Anyway, I guess what the recap is we all got our asses beat at least one time during this massive little boss fight that took us like 4 hours. We were all fighting for our lives, exhausted, injured, not going well. We
Mhm.
almost had a giant rock fall on us, I'm pretty sure. That was like contemplated about,
Oh,
which
that was a thing.
kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
crazy.
that
was a
was
thing,
the thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't the boss
And then-
fight though. That was just a little mini
No,
boss.
no. A certain somebody who is just so funnily enough not here right now, decided to aggro the very the one thing that could have waited to be like killed so we could have taken out the mini guys, and then I think that's what turned it into 4 hours of combat. But
Right.
it's okay because she made up for it by exchanging her ball, and we got to keep Santa's
Just
orb.
one ball.
You
So-
did get a.
True.
You
Only
guys.
one.
Yeah.
Is not Santa's orbs, by the way, but you did get to keep
It is
it.
Santa's orb.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We are super convinced that it is, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I know you
Mm.
said
I
last
saw-
session that like we started to figure it out, but I think it's funnier if we didn't actually
Okay.
consider that option.
You know,
I remember figuring it out. I'm still pretty convinced that it's. Santa's
Okay.
orb.
Well, you know what? Hey, that's okay, because I'm sure there won't be any repercussions for not figuring out what it is. I'm sure it's actually probably pretty harmless.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
Santa's
about right.
orb.
Yeah.
I already forget what I named that fucking. I didn't write down what I named that dragon, dude.
Bitch.
I
It
need
was
to
like
beat this joke like a dead horse.
it was like
True.
Oh my gosh, I wrote it down somewhere.
This session sponsored by Baldur's Gate 3.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't even get the rules right. So
It does.
let's
Larian
go.
Studios, please.
gets
give us
all the
money for
rolls
doing
right.
this.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
cannot
true.
cast 3 fireballs in a turn, believe it or not.
Can't if you
If you had a
believe-
cool DM, you could.
Yeah, I'm not cool. Let's see.
Yeah, we know.
Um
Understandable.
Yeah, I don't remember what I named him.
This guy's
I-
against you, slinging all of your spell slots on one spell in one turn.
I'm sure I've written it down somewhere. Anyways, yeah, you guys fought the half dragon, the red half dragon. I'm just gonna fucking listen. His name is fucking.
It's Tony.
It's not Tony the half dragon, although that is kind of funny. Listen, you guys will meet Tony the half dragon later.
Really? Promise?
Yeah, no, he can't be a main. Listen, we can have Boblin the Goblin, but he's not going to be part of the main plot, all right? Listen, there's a line.
But like, you named that guy Thorn. Who does that?
Thorn? Yeah, Rose and Thorn.
Who does that?
Listen, it's a rock song. It's kind of before your time, honestly.
Wait a second. Isn't there someone else in this party named Thorn? Am I forgetting something here?
Nope.
Actually, yes, there is. That's right.
Just as a quick thought occurred to me.
Thorn Stormwind, even.
Thanks for catching the bit.
Of course, no
Yeah.
problem.
Oh, hold on. Okay, so I need to put this over
That was
here.
almost a Drax moment.
I'm writing this down. Okay, his name is, This is not the same one. His name's You guys never even asked him his name, did you?
No, he
Okay.
started
Started
swinging.
beating the shit. Yeah.
Okay, you know
Part of
what?
the fight, he's like, "Give me the orb," and we're like, "No," and he's like, "Okay, die." Like that was the whole
Very
interaction.
productive conversation. Honestly.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, got
Christ.
straight to the point. Like there's no question about it.
Yeah.
Except we didn't die, so like he was wrong.
Okay.
And hey, we didn't kill him either, so
Yeah, but we didn't tell
maybe
him to
hopefully
die.
understand-
If he did give you a name, it was fake, and I have just renamed him and written it down. Okay.
Epic.
It's Tony.
There you go. It is not Tony.
Is it Tomas?
It's Tolandriel. No.
Oh, Andrea.
No. Okay.
But you can call me Tony for short.
You can call me Tony, all right? I live in the Bronx. Anyways. And that's why he fought you on site. Anyway, okay. Anyways. Just kidding.
Quite on site.
We love our Bronx gays, as we've said before. But not the
Bronx
straights.
gays?
Not
Oh.
the straights, though.
Are you supporting the gays from the Bronx?
Yeah, yeah.
So
They need it.
Wow. True,
Um.
they do.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So you guys successfully fought the half dragon, whose name I just wrote down and forgot, but I'm just gonna tell you what it was, cause I'm a nice guy, and
Wow.
it's God damn it,
What a guy.
it's Rasha Bloodfang.
That's the half dragon name.
That's the half dragon name.
I
All
might
right.
remember that. He's Tony.
Tony, yeah.
Gosh, to blood dragon.
And but luckily, after he took the unconscious body of Rago and threatened to kill him, and because all he wanted was the artifact, Melora successfully fooled him into giving him another artifact that she got just a couple days ago from the black pool underneath the undead city you guys were at. And he left you guys. You guys quickly went to bed immediately. So I think we'll just go back to that spot. So you guys did you guys make your way back to the city?
We were on the way.
Yeah, I think it was a work in progress.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You guys were on your way to the back towards Flame Touch Castle, and Flame Ruined Village.
Yep, that is the place.
And you guys, anything you want to do on your way there? What way do you guys wish to go? Are you going quietly, or are you going loudly and brazenly?
I don't like that question.
Let's see. I'll bring you guys over to the map.
If I recall correctly, was there like some creature we just didn't encounter? There was an owlbear.
There,
Also something else, right?
yes, there's reports of some sort of cat-like creature.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it'd probably be wise to try and do it quietly, or at the very least, Agatha will probably try because, I mean, we saw what the owlbear was like. Don't know if we really need to, you know,
Do
see
that
where it's
again.
Going for, yeah.
All
Did you
right.
ever fix your armor?
Fuck, I forgot. Yeah, fucked up armor.
Yeah, your
Okay.
armor is still a little fucked up, but you do recall that Artist is a very renowned smith.
So true. I have not
Wow.
forgotten. I'm going to be begging for this shit to be fixed. I want my AC
Alright.
back.
Alrighty, so you guys are going back sneakily. Go ahead and everyone give me a group stealth check.
Nick,
Uh-oh, guys.
how do we roll for that again? Do we just all roll?
Yeah, everyone rolls, and then
And you pick like the middle?
nah, it's like there's a DC, and as long as over half of you successfully get past it, then you're good.
Every day.
That's not math check out. There's only three
Every
of us.
day I mind my business and
Oh, you have disadvantage. No.
And I rolled a nat 1. Yeah, it's kind of rough.
Oh, interesting. A natural 1 on a skill check. Let's
Maybe
see.
you should
Should have just like not
say
told
that.
him.
Let me
Maybe-
roll for Melora here.
Great. We're
I'm
doing so good.
I don't think she has a good dexterity, does she?
I have
she
no idea.
does. I don't either. I'm assuming she doesn't. So,
I don't know what she looks like.
all right. So you guys are walking back. You skirt the edge of the undead city. Don't see anything too crazy. You guys continue walking. Anything you guys are doing on the way there? Are you looking out for certain things? Do you guys want to talk about what you're gonna do once you get back to town?
Rago, I would say, is probably making sure the surroundings are safe as we traverse back. Seeing as how we just got out of a large fight, where it's just a little. At least he will probably be a bit more on edge.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Where's that card? Alright. Very well. Everyone roll me a d6.
No, thank you. Just a straight D6.
Just a straight d6 or Rooney.
Oh my
about
god.
the
This better.
86?
Oh no.
What did you get?
I don't
Tee hee.
tell you.
She got a 9 actually on a D6. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
Ooh, very nice.
I know. It's so good.
Breaking
Okay.
the laws of physics.
We have two
Yeah.
1s and a 5. Okay.
No, we don't prove it.
Look,
well
if you look at
then.
6 upside down, it's a 9, so...
Real and true.
So,
yeah.
as you guys are walking through the cursed forest, you can feel it in the air. Now that you've seen the black pool, you can almost like see it, that same sort of darkness or shadowy energy, almost like falling off some of the canopy as you walk through. The trees are sort of they're when you start like coming down from the mountains, there's a lot of like coniferous trees with pine needles and stuff, and as you sort of get down into the actual forest or meadows in here, they're very tall coniferous trees with a little bit of like a couple of sporadic oaks in there, but all the trees sort of have bald spots and are a little mangy and sickly looking as you go through this area, and you can sort of smell that magic on the air, if you will, of that of the dark pool that you saw.
Wow.
And as you're walking, Rago, give me a perception check with advantage.
Rago with the perception with advantage. Where's my perception?
Pull through. Pull through.
There it is.
You got this. You're better.
Let's go. Fuck yeah.
Okay, a natural
done it.
20 for a grand total of 26. All right, very perceptive, aren't we? As you're
Yes, very big-eyed.
as you're walking through, Rago, you don't really see this, but you can feel it. You're not sure if it's your psychic abilities or instincts, but you can feel ahead of you a sort of very, I wouldn't say malicious energy, but you feel like a hungry energy. Something that's not so much hungry for as you feel, not hungry in like a physical sense, but hungry in like a mental sense. Like whatever this thing is, it's looking for things to kill for sport, basically.
Okay.
And you can feel that it hasn't noticed you. It's ahead of you. It is either actively hunting something, or it's very much on the prowl for something. You get the feeling that it might be either really itching to play with its food, or that it's found some food to play with.
Okay. So, I guess to that. Well, I guess did we establish the walking order or like where the team is in terms of the hike back?
I assume you were in front because you said you were on the lookout.
That is okay. That's fair. So at the motion or the instance of or me picking up the presence, kind of feeling that we are getting near to something potentially uh, quite dangerous. I alert the other party members to kind of I guess temporarily stop for a second to kind of get a better I guess grasp on what's ahead. I know something is there, and that's what I'm kind of going to explain. So, uh, looking back, Vrago kind of whispers, uh, to for fuck. Yeah, Rago essentially in a whisper, kind of, all right, guys, we need to stop. We need to stop right now. The sense of panic in his voice as Rago immediately kind of uh, just stops where he is, plants up, hand on axe, almost as if it was already coming and he needed to ready himself for combat.
All right. What do you two do?
Probably say Agnes in the back. So caboosing it up. She already has her quarterstaff out. She'll kind of like freeze up, watch Rago, and kind of look at where he's looking. I can't imagine she sees anything. Well, anyway. Probably just like be
Yeah,
prepared to
no.
strike.
You're looking. You don't see anything. You can see that the forest is coming, is sort of out here. It's pretty. It's actually somewhat of a clearing sort of area. Give me. Yeah, no, I don't think you would be able to sense anything ahead.
Then prepared.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get the ready. The party.
The ready.
Be ready. Wow.
The ready. It's very important. Important distinction.
All right, you guys ready up? And how long are you gonna stand here?
Uh,
Because this thing's, it's close. It's in the next clearing, but it's, you guys, luckily, Rago had sensed it well before it had a chance to really see you. I think you can safely say, Rago, that it doesn't know you're there.
okay. So
you're
I
saying we
would
can
say, well, I don't think it would be a good idea to jump it. I guess is there a way that we can, let me see here. I guess wait, where exactly are? Oh, okay, we're over here.
Yeah, I moved you guys down a bit. So you've already passed the the undead city over here, and you guys started up there. And down here is where Flamed Ruin Village is. You do know that there's like an undead village over that way, and another one over here. That are a lot smaller.
Wait, did you say another undead village?
That was the undead city. These villages are more like the size of like Flame Ruin Village. Would have been, so the population is probably like only like a couple hundred.
I hate it here.
Okay. Shit. I guess there's. Is there really a way that I can navigate around the clearing,
All right, yeah, give me a survival check
or
or a nature check.
survival or nature? I'm gonna go survival. Come on, survival. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You're thinking about it, and actually, now that you're thinking about it, this wasn't even the fastest way there. You kind of, it seemed you might have gotten turned around a bit. In fact, there's a lot better path that goes right around this thing.
Perfect. So I motion to the other mates. I kind of point out, kind of keeping the low tone in the voice, as to not alert the presence to where we are. I kind of point and say, I think we should take that direction. Looks to be a lot clearer, and we don't have to deal with whatever I'm sensing. It's not a good feeling. I don't think we can win against that right now.
Lame.
All right, expertly, Rago shows you guys a better path, and you're able to successfully bypass that encounter. And as you guys walk through, you see a lot of skeletons, zombies wandering around, but you guys know to look out for them, and they're not too perceptuous, if that's a word, and you're able to get around them fairly easily as long as you know to look out for them. They're pretty easy to dodge. And you guys scored high enough on your group stealth check to do that. And yeah, you guys make it back to Flame Ruin Castle without issue. Congratulations.
Huge.
Let's go.
So you guys walk back up towards Flame. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna try to find. Wait, did I have Flame Ruin Village set up yet? I did not. Hoggers. I do have a map of the city, or I know of one, but I don't. Apparently, I didn't upload it. Okay, that's fine. We'll go to here.
Feels bad. Oh, nice maps.
Is alright. Is alright.
Where?
I saw everything. I know what's next.
Yeah, most of those are just for anyways. Alrighty. So you guys make it back to Flame Ruin Village. As you come back in, you do notice, as you're coming back to town, you see a building that wasn't there before, a very tall one. And it looks extremely similar. You've seen it before. It's the same as like all the other Mages Guild towers that you've seen. You guys have been gone for like a couple days, if that. And this giant, I mean, it's about, it's not quite as tall as the castle, but it is comparable. Like, this is a very tall building. And the Mages Guild towers are all these very, like, 20-foot long radius, so about 40 foot in diameter, just cylinders that go up into a point. And it seems as though the Mages Guild has already put a tower up.
Wow.
Wow.
So efficient.
Indeed. And as you guys get into town, you can see that there's kind of like some more people here than usual. And you see that there's a cart with a man who has like sort of a straw hat on, and he's got his family with him, and it seems that he's got like a bunch of furniture and stuff in this wagon, and it seems that he's moving into town as he sort of passes by you guys.
Wow.
Interesting.
Hello there.
Hello, friend. Who are you guys?
Well, my name is Rago. I point to Thorn. This is my partner Thorn. And I point over to Agatha, and that is Agatha. Don't mind her; she might be a little grumpy today, but
Excuse you.
On brand, on brand.
All right, it makes sense to me. I mean, I sometimes we all get in our feelings a little sometimes. You know what I mean? Isn't that right?
Just gonna kind of scowl.
What?
See, I think this guy gets it, Agatha.
Are you guys moving into town too?
Well, you could say we're getting ourselves perhaps maybe settled in for a bit of a stay. Maybe not too long, but definitely walking around, checking things out. I see you're moving, sir.
Yeah. Well, my great grandpappy used to have a lot of land there in the city, the cursed city. And well, obviously we got evacuated, and we've been living. But now I figure since the Mages Guild has all moved in and words got around that the Lady of the Night's no longer haunting these areas. I even hear that Lord Artis is sent for his son and his wife to come move back here. So I figured that if I come back and I help start everything back up, I could maybe reclaim my grandpappy's lost land and set my darling two daughters up for a better life than they'd get with their old redneck father, just out there, hustling turnips.
Well, it sounds like, sir, you're doing a noble thing for you and your family.
Indeed. I mean, there's a lot of empty buildings here too. I think if we all pull together now, the light looks a little brighter out here. You know what I mean? It maybe the cursed forest can go back to whatever the hell it was named before it was the cursed forest.
It's probably the uncursed forest.
Well, it probably was, seeing as it wasn't cursed back then. I heard. But yeah, me and my family were moving in. I'm going to see the steward now to see what sort of land we can rustle up around here.
Oh, very good, sir. Very good. I think you'll have the best of luck in these endeavors.
Yeah, I just wish they had a fucking tavern in this place. You know what I mean? Like, where am I supposed to get away from these fucking kids and my dumbass wife? And then she like hits him. She's like, "I was joking, halfling." And then they start moving along.
He's gonna sleep outside tonight.
I guess gonna like watch him go and then kind of like lean in towards Rago and Thorn and like kind of hush voice go. What is a redneck? Is that some sort of new spawn that's appeared recently? It's the last time I've been here.
You two know that it's a term for people who get sunburnt a lot, like out in the sun, who work out in the sun a lot. Generally, like a nice word for rubes.
What?
Yeah.
So, Agatha, are you aware of people who work in fields collecting crops and such?
She's gonna just like hard stare you for a second and go, well, obviously, yes.
So, the term comes from the fact that people are constantly outside in the sun harvesting crops, and their neck gets a little red from being out in the sun. The sun is, burning them in a way. So it's kind of a coined term of rednecks. That's how we've come to know those hardworking people.
She'll like kind of go back to standing up straight, stare at you, a bit skeptical at first, then just kind of like look off and nod to herself and go, they come up with more strange terms every time I come back here. She'll take out her notebook and like you'll see her like flip all the way to the back and like scribble something down, close it. Alright, thanks.
Of course.
It's the page right after all the new slurs she learned.
Jesus.
There's slurs and then there's slang.
That hurt my
yeah, of
soul a
course.
little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't say these words. These words are sort of okay.
Jesus.
Christ.
God.
Okay,
Uh,
cool, great.
Yeah,
Glad
that's a
that's
pretty
something now.
apt description of rednecks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Kind of obvious once you know.
Well, yeah, obviously I know that now, but I mean, I'm not exactly trying to look at the back of his neck now, am I?
While he was locked away.
Oh no, of course not.
The back of his neck
That's
is
why he
just
tells you.
burnt to all hell.
Yeah.
It's like peeling.
Oh,
She's just gonna like
rough.
briefly look at it and just like have this like look of disgust on her face and go, oh, goodness. Well,
We
that
should invest in a hat.
that might be a great idea for him. You should let him know next time he comes around.
We'll be
Alrighty.
sure to let him know.
Alrighty, and where's your guys' next stop?
The castle. Yeah.
Yeah, probably the castle.
Alright.
Yeah.
We're getting money or something.
You guys move
I like
through
money.
the oh shit, I never wrote down what the reward he promised you was.
Oh my god.
He gave you 200 gold up front, and then he just promised you a reward. That's what it
Yep.
was.
Yeah, it was like a lot of gold.
I don't think he
Really
actually
good luck
used...
carrying that amount.
Yeah, I don't think he actually used the word gold, but we'll figure it out. So you guys,
Nice.
No, he did because they took out the potion,
Oh yeah.
the price of the potion from.
yeah, they gave you gold up front.
Yeah, but he said we were gonna get more. I'm pretty sure. Did we get gold up front? I don't think we did.
Yeah, he gave you, I think, 200 gold up front.
I don't.
I remember because you guys were very.
I thought we literally only got the potions.
You guys got $200 gold, which was basically credit, and then you took one of the potions, and then they took it out of the credit,
Yeah.
and then
I'll just believe you.
I think you guys went to the shop, and then you bought some stuff from the shop, or like looked around or something. But he did give you 200 gold up front because
What a guy.
I remember having a conversation with him, having a conversation with you about, like, if it was anyone else other than Agatha, whose father knew my great grandfather, I wouldn't trust you with this. But you
Swag.
persuaded him. I remember.
Swag.
Okay.
For swag.
Yeah. So you guys get up to the castle, and you notice that there's like. You can feel sort of like a magic coming from it that you didn't feel before. It's almost like there's like heat coming off of it.
Off the castle.
Yep. Like as soon as you step onto the castle grounds, it just kind of feels like 20 degrees hotter. Yeah.
Just got hot springs under here.
I don't
They
know.
kinda
Maybe
lit.
Mr. Flame Touch is living up to his name.
You guys make it up to the
Another on the nose name.
to the gate, and then the guards recognize you and they let you in.
Nice.
Opening the portcullis, and you walk in, and the doors are already open to the castle, and it seems like there's like been a fair bit of traffic. You can see that there's like some you can see Terrence, the gnome steward, and he's talking to some like people. It seems that they're moving in, and he's just kind of writing things down, taking a census, it seems. And then he looks over and spots you guys and goes, "Oh!" and then runs over and goes, "Oh, you guys are alive! Whoa!
Of course we are. You think we wouldn't make it alive?
Of course you are, of course."
Who do you think we are? What?
Well, I knew you guys were. Listen, it's just impressive. You guys are very good at your jobs. I gotta say.
You notice like the changes? Like you thought we were just dead.
Oh, I noticed them. I just, there was a change, of course, but I thought you died heroically in a fight for your lives.
No, that would have
Well,
been far
rejoice.
too easy.
For we have come back to the castle.
This is me rejoicing. A lot of people go out
Like,
there, adventures and
assuming
such,
we're dead.
and most
Got
of them die. I just figured, you know, it's hard enough to get in. Maybe you could, you know, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of fucked up that I jumped to that conclusion. I'm sorry about that.
You
Thank
know what? As I look to put a hand on his shoulder, it's okay.
You have to,
What
like,
matters now
bend
is
over.
that we are.
mean- I'm still
What
pretty upset
matters
about it.
now is that we have returned, and
Of
that's what's
cou-
important.
Well, I'm sure you want to talk to the king. Of
course.
Wow, yeah, Lord.
Oh, he's
He's
already
not.
king.
Well, he's not the king. He's the Lord. Sorry. I
Oh.
just listen.
You're just so excited. I understand.
Hey, he's just kind of like the big guy around here. So listen. Hey, sometimes people call him. Listen, a lot of the people around here are really loyal to Mr. Artist. All right, a lot of them want him to be king. Listen, you know, we don't get too much royal help out here. I don't know if you've noticed. It's just been him against the undead for who knows how long. Anyways,
Of course.
besides the point. I will well, Charaboros is talking with I believe Shanti up in the sort of library area. It's just up there, and he kind of tells you where to go. And then, but if you want to talk to Lord Artist, he actually fired up the smith for the first time in a long time. And you'll
That way
find
it's warm.
indeed, yes. If you want to talk to him, you can find him underneath. Just kind of like you gotta like go downstairs. It's like underneath the castle.
Well, I think we can do that. Right, team.
Damn, you're not even limping or anything. That's great.
Healing spells are very, very useful.
Oh yes, healing spells are great. You know, my wife, she's an adventurer. I don't know if I told you this.
You
But
have
yeah,
not.
she always said, always important to bring healing potions and get yourself a healer. Yeah, you know, and she thought that was really important, and she really beat that knowledge into me.
It's because it is. It's a good thing that she did.
Yeah, well, I'm super glad that you guys made it through. If you need any of my help, do not hesitate to ask.
Of course.
Alrighty. All right. Anything else with him that you wish?
Don't think so.
I think I've gotten my motivation from embracing this small, excited creature.
Yeah. And as you put your hand on his shoulder, you can feel that he's like ripped.
He's ripped. Absolutely jacked.
Yeah,
His shoulder
he-
popping out.
He's pretty tight. This guy works out.
Interesting. Okay.
I need to find out what his workout routine is. I need to go swole lad.
Sometimes you just need a little swole guy in your life.
Yeah. For sure. He's a
Little
homie.
small dude with motivation for miles.
Hey,
He's a
all,
guy.
all of the short kings out there, you know.
Facts.
This isn't like a self-insert character, right?
And no,
Goddamn.
absolutely not. I'm like 6'3". It's not even close.
Oh,
Be
damn.
funnier if it was, actually.
It'd be so much funnier.
it would be really funny if I was short. And it'd also be really easy to take a shower too. I have to arch my back like a prostitute to get my hair wet, dude. It's
So
fucked up.
glad you gave us that fucking visual. God damn.
Anyways, you guys gonna go talk to Charaboros or the
I've gone my whole life
Lord
without
Artist?
hearing those words.
Can you remind me who Charaboros is?
He is the court wizard. He's the one that gave you guys the
Right.
potion. And apparently Shanti is still here as well. From the sounds of it.
I mean, 4K sounds cool.
Yeah, Agatha's gonna turn to the other two and go. Do you both think that might be wise, possibly, to talk to them about Santa's orb? Not sure. God damn it.
Sorry, don't mind me.
Fucking
mean-
damn it.
I don't think we should tell anyone, considering we just fought Tony the half dragon.
Well, look, I'm very aware of that, but I mean, the half dragon. These are a bit more civilized people. I mean, if we're really attacked here, I can't imagine.
Yeah,
I feel
but it
Toshi
sounds like
would really appreciate it.
bad guys want Sanatorp, so I feel like we should keep it on the down low because he doesn't know that we have it. Maybe we
But
should
I
talk
mean-
to Shanti about it.
Well, yes, that was my initial goal, but I mean,
Maybe we could see what she says about telling everyone.
She'll look like a little annoyed. Yeah, I know that. I'm aware. I don't really want to be flinging this thing around. Alright, give me a minute. She's gonna walk over to Charaboros and Shanti.
Okay, I will remind you that you guys came here to see what this was for the leader of the Fighters Guild. And you do know that the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild don't really get along.
Right.
But yeah, so you can go over to Charbros and Shanti.
Well, now that you're saying that,
I just want to
We
remind
don't
you.
have a fighters guild. Where are we on the map? How far are we?
Uh,
How
you
far are
got-
we from the fighters guild people?
The Fighters Guild people are back in, I believe
like
it's
2 months.
Arabelle. No, it's
wait,
like
no.
No.
Wait, no. Never mind. Not
It's
gonna
either-
do that because
The
I'm
other one.
remembering.
it's either Ordelin or Arabelle,
Oh,
one of the two.
I think Orlin sounds right.
Who is
That's
that
where
like?
Rago
Who-
and Thorn are from, right?
Nope, it's Arabelle. That's where Tom and
Oh.
Bill are.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And their wives?
And their lives, Loretta and Lily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait,
yeah.
who is that? What the fuck race was she? It was the woman who helped us decipher everything.
Wasn't she like
That
a
was
drow?
the half elf. That was the mage that's from the Fighters Guild, which is a very closely guarded secret, apparently.
Yes.
Apparently.
Okay. Yeah, Agatha's gonna have like that brief like flash in her mind of like how that woman was, and then also how the Fighters Guild person was, and she's gonna like stop dead in her tracks, turn back around, walk back over to Rago and Thor and go. On a second thought, maybe not. As nice as Shanti is, probably best that we don't properly piss off the leader of the Fighters Guild or his companion, if you will. Should just go speak with
Oh,
Lord Flame
Right.
Yes. Don't
Right,
really
right,
want to
right.
get on their bad side.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
she's scary.
Alrighty. So you guys do not go to Shanti and go to.
I can just
Alright.
imagine Shanti like watching us walk towards her and then just 180 away.
I mean, I'm sure you'll still want to talk to her about the black pool and all that, but.
Yeah, there's that, but we'll do it later.
So you guys find the staircase, and it sort of goes down, and you can kind of feel the heat getting like hotter and hotter as you like sort of like go down these like a spiral staircase down, which seems to just go down into the earth. Flame Touch Castle is like on like sort of an island, where the river goes around it, sort of like a moat, and that's why you have to cross the bridge to get into it. And this seems to go down into the rocks underneath the river. And as you do, you can sort of hear him humming. He's boom, and you hear as you go down, you hear ting, ting, and then you don't think much about it. But the further down you go, the louder it gets, and it almost sounds like thunder as you get down.
I'm guessing it
Underneath
also
this place.
gets hotter too, right?
Oh, it's extremely hotter. You guys,
How hot?
it's so like walking around the cursed forest and stuff. It's kind of like it's a little higher elevation. There's like aspen trees. Like this, you guys are in like I believe it's. I said you guys were in the spring months, so like in the morning it gets pretty cool. It gets to be about like 40 degrees Fahrenheit, like at night, which is pretty chilly. But then once the sun comes out, it gets a little humid around here, so it's always kind of raining. So actually, it wouldn't get that cold. It'd be like 58. And then once the sun sort of comes out, even though there's cloud cover all the time, the humidity and the heat sort of comes up. So it gets to about like 75, very nice. And then once you stepped onto the place, it felt like 80. And then now you're down in here, it feels about 102.
Well,
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh,
Yeah.
Get me out. Going home.
Yeah,
Very
I
hot.
say Agatha's probably gonna fucking take off the chainmail. That's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's also broken too.
It's also it's also fucked up.
And you guys go in, you can hear Lord Artist humming this song. You recognize it, Thorn.
Of course,
It's a
I would
song.
think so.
It's a song about how that like it's the blacksmith song. It's a song about how the blacksmiths make the swords, and they make the statues that depict the kings, and they make everything. They make the floor you stand on, and it's like, don't anger the smiths is like the thing, because they hold the world together.
It's pretty cocky.
And it's
Kinda call
pretty
themselves, honestly.
cocky, but
Uh,
but there is a hint of truth to it. Even at one part it talks about a blacksmith that was put to death because he made a statue. So I guess it's more about craftsmen, but it's generally called the blacksmith song. And he was commissioned to make a statue of not the current king in the Land of Feathers, but like the first one. Actually, it wasn't even in the Land of Feathers. It was somewhere up north, actually. And instead of him making the king on a horse with a sword, he put him in front of an anvil with a hammer, and then he was put to death for it.
well,
I mean, that sounds kind of deserved to be age.
Yeah, but it's just a very prideful song.
That sounds like hubris in that statue there.
And as you finally get to this final room, you can see this huge forge. You can see that there's these weird, like, sort of like fiery, like fire coming from the walls in this big room where you can see Lord Artist in the middle. He's got his shirt off and he's just sweating and he's ripped, and he's just slamming a large hammer into what looks to be like a sword of some sort. And he's humming that song, and you can see all these like these little like flames coming from the like the wall, like the cracks in the brick, and they're going in around this like the anvil that he's hitting it with, and they're like going into the furnace. And as you get closer, you realize that this fire, they're like fire spirits or fire elementals as they're going into this place.
Damn.
And as you guys sort of walk in, he takes notice of you, and he takes the sword out and he puts it into like some water, and he walks over and he says, "Well, you guys actually made it."
Why is everyone doubting us?
Well, to be honest, I heard of you two before, but I mean, stories are stories, but to see it with your own eyes, that's something else.
he has a point there, Thorn.
I mean, I've heard stories about you too, and I've never doubted you, so...
Well, I appreciate that. I've got a lot of responsibilities, though, and I can't afford those graces, you understand?
No?
But, and he kind of like, he puts his hand out to shake your hand. And, do you take his hand?
Oh, yeah.
He grabs your hand. He kind of grabs your forearm, you know, and his hand's just wet. But he just grabs it like super. Yeah, he's sweaty, and he shakes your arm, and he says, "Well, I promised you guys a reward. I'd like to offer you. First off, I'll give you each 50 gold."
Wow.
And as well, I'd like to offer the four of you an estate here in my land.
No.
There's a lot of empty buildings here. There's I know there's a castle sort of out of town if you wanted that, but there's also a large manor here in town which you could turn into a tavern if you wanted to. I know you adventurers usually wait till you retire to you know have a tavern, but maybe you can have a head start, or maybe it can be here when you get back. You can talk to Terrence about the details, but
I say we hire Redneck Boy.
yeah, of course.
I feel like he's
It's
looking
not
for
gonna
a
head
new
ourselves
profession.
here.
But yeah, you guys may have that, and I'll allow you any sort of upgrades that you need for it to a reasonable level. Around 1,000 gold or whatever worth of labor towards restoring whatever home you pick. And if you're interested, I do have one more request of you, and if you complete it, I will craft you a set of armor or perhaps a weapon.
By all means, please. What's your request?
And he kind of like looks around and he walks over and he picks up an envelope that's already sealed and everything, and he brings it over to you, and he gives it to you, Agatha, and he says, if you could take this to Selgon and give it to either Gareth or the king himself. It's a request for aid. It's been a while since I sent one, but now that we've actually made some progress, I'd like to maybe get some help if I can.
She'll give like a nod. Go. Of course. Just who might Gareth be exactly?
He's the archbishop there at the castle. He's usually the one that talks to anyone before they see the king. King doesn't take very many visitors.
I see. Well, I'll go ahead and like stuff it away. That is definitely within the realm of doable.
His like brow kind of furrows as he kind of like catches a glimpse of your armor, and he says, here. And he kind of like turns around and he kind of like looks around and he like brings out like some like another what kind of armor do you have currently?
Just chainmail.
Chainmail. He pulls out a little like shirt of chainmail. He says, "There's nothing special about it, but this is better than what you got there." And he hands it to you.
Wow, what a guy.
She'll like almost like sigh with relief and go, "Thank you. I was just about to ask you about that. It's been this thing." She'll like lift up like the fucked up chainmail. It's been nothing but a hindrance.
He kind of like
since,
grabs it and
well,
looks at it. And he's like, "What the hell did this?"
She'll look a little befuddled. If I recall correctly, there's like these strange, almost goop-like creatures that we encountered on our way back.
In the forest?
No, elsewhere.
Oh, well, as long as they're not in the forest, then I'm not too worried. How was the Lady of the Night? Was dealing with her easy?
Agatha will not be able to look him in the eye. Easy's, that's not quite the word I would use to describe it, but we did make sure to vanquish her, so she shouldn't bother you or anyone else around here any longer.
Yes, Shawnee told me about that horrible pool that you found out there. Some sort of portal to some
Right.
place. I forgot what she said. But she says that if we're able to close it, we can actually make some progress against the undead here. I've been working with her rather closely. Although she said that they'll be able to probably find a way to close it, but getting there and keeping their mages safe is a different concern. So I don't know. I was considering asking the Fighters Guild for help. What do you guys think? I guess I'll have to if the king doesn't send aid.
It's
I say we should talk to the king first, no, before making a decision on that.
I agree.
I think the king would
sounds
be able
like
to
the-
provide you with some more aid, most likely. And we can try and get to him directly if the Archbishop will allow it.
That would be ideal. I've asked for aid before, but I'm hoping now that we've actually made some progress, he'll reconsider his offer
Absolutely.
before. But at any rate, you guys done a great service to me and my people here. We've got more moving in now that the Dark Lady's gone and people's children are no longer at risk. I've even called my son back from Ordelin.
You must be excited to see him.
Indeed, I am. It's been. I've visited. I've had him visit every now and then, but very shortly. It's been about 6 years. He's almost an adult now.
And you'll be able to share a pint with him, perhaps.
Well, I can't really be. Maybe once the undead to give us a little bit of rest, but as it is right now,
Absolutely.
I'm out there most of the night. Anyways, well, thank you for your service. Talk to Terrence for your estate, and any repairs that we can offer. And he kind of just nods to you guys and goes back to his forge.
Okay. Give a nod back and thank him again for the brand new chainmail that's not fucked up.
Yes.
Thank God. Finally
Like
free
out
of
here
that.
thriving.
And this the chainmail is +1, by the way.
Wow.
Oh, well, that's a little bit. Wish you told me that part.
Yeah.
All right.
It
Yeah, right.
when he gave it to you, he didn't really seem. It seemed like he was almost ashamed to give it to you because it wasn't up to his standards. Like this is just like what he would give his like soldiers and stuff. But it
okay.
is a massive improvement of anything you'll probably find.
Don't have to tell me twice.
It's extremely rare.
Extreme.
Just like
That's pretty nice.
put it on, realize the quality is significantly better, and go. Oh, this is a gift in itself.
Yeah.
So Agatha, you think you'll be able to do combat better in that chainmail?
Oh, significantly. For starters, there's no longer a gaping hole in the side, which is
It's a good start.
much nicer.
That didn't add to the fun of anything?
Just like frown at you. No, I don't know why me taking hits in a vulnerable position would be any level of fun.
There's like so many arrow holes where the holes were.
It's just like,
I didn't
adrenaline
particularly
rush. I don't
that.
know. I don't know.
Maybe for you, but after taking as much of a beating, I'm not so inclined to try and recreate that experience.
No, I'm not a huge fan of pain or anything. So
Ah.
it's not my cup of tea, you know.
Yeah, that's very fair. I don't think it is for most people, and I don't want to find out if it is for others. Now we should probably go talk to who was that? Terrence, or I guess I
Terrence,
still
yeah.
need to
If we would
speak
like
with
an
Shanti.
estate, yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. She'll like turn to face you both fully, stop walking. I really have no I have no reason to have an estate, so you both are more than welcome to choose something. But with that being said, she's gonna like keep looking back and forth at both of you, like very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Very serious. Do not get something that you know you're not going to be able to keep up with. A giant mansion doesn't seem like a great idea, and you both are out and about, it seems. It requires staffing, and I don't know about you both, but not sure you quite have the funds for that right now.
Wow, she's called support.
Well, I mean, listen, it's a good guess.
It was an accurate guess, it seems. Just at least keep it in mind.
accurate is a bit of a stretch there, okay? Even though it's correct at this maybe current moment.
It's the tavern. If
D-
you wanted to do that later, it would allow you to make money later.
To be fair,
Huh.
you guys are fucking pretty rich.
Just
Like-
for right now, okay?
Like
400 gold's kind of a lot.
like a week's wages to like hire a maid or something would be like 2 gold. So
Goddamn.
you could like yeah, you can you could afford some help if you needed to. And that's not even considering the like 1,000 gold he gave you for repairs or any sort of upgrades or improvements you would want to make to it.
Honestly, I can't imagine Agatha knows any of this shit, so
Yeah,
that makes it even better, actually.
Yeah, no shot. No shot.
no,
you
no,
would
no fucking way.
I mean, personally, I like the tavern idea.
Well, it's because you're a bard. You'd find a place for people to listen to your music.
Obviously, and we make money.
Hmm?
That is true.
We can retire at some point in life.
Yeah.
Hopefully sooner
Yeah.
rather than later.
Me and you do need to retire, right? It's been a while, huh?
Yep.
How
Can't
long's
keep
a
doing
while
this
for the
forever.
both of you?
Yeah, how old are you two?
I'm. Wasn't I 36?
Shit.
I,
I'm a
that,
half elf.
that
so-
seems a little old. I don't think
What's
36.
what's the range, the lifespan for Oh my god, what are they called?
Asimar?
Asmar, yeah, thank you.
They generally live human lives, but it's not uncommon for them to live like up to 150 years. But
Okay.
it's also not uncommon for them to die at like 80.
Okay.
From natural. It's like it's kind of a gamble, but just sort of depends on the Asimar because they're
Okay.
technically. I mean, you could probably ask Shanti about this. She could probably really give you the in-depth details.
The info dump.
I'm gonna go with 32.
32. Okay.
So,
But,
so you
like,
both like
I'm a
look
half elf.
younger.
Mhm.
Well, I'm a half elf, so like
Mm.
I don't look as old.
Yeah, Agatha's going to side eye the both of you.
Don't give me the side eye. You've been giving me that ever since you walked into town.
I'm
Uh,
sorry, you both are old
The
enough
stink eye.
to retire now.
I mean, when you've been doing as long as we have.
Agatha's like 60 something, right?
She is 69, yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, there's been a lot of trolls and ogres. The joints just don't move the way they used to when you get beat by an ogre. You know,
Yeah, of
it
course.
really shortens the adventure lifespan.
You definitely look like you've taken a good beating or two from those kinds of creatures.
It
You
always
got-
is funny when he gets hit.
As you guys reach the top of this, as you guys reach to the top of the stairs, you see Terrence there, and he's got his shirt off now, and he seems to be
Okay.
painting something. And he's just kind of like
Getting paint on himself.
Yeah, he's getting paint on himself, and you can see that not only is he ripped, but there is an iron collar around his neck with a lock on it.
Oh
What is
my
with
I didn't know you were
everyone
into-
being ripped underneath their shirt.
I didn't know Terrence was into that.
Something.
I mean, I'm not gonna kink shame it.
Alright, alright.
I don't know what
What?
year it is
Can
actually.
we, can we can we see what he's painting?
Yeah, you can see that he just seems to
I
be
hope it does.
painting. It's like a shield, like a little kite shield, and he seems to be painting the insignia of like the flame touched house on it.
Wow,
I was hoping it was a mural of us saving the day.
That'd be goofy as shit.
Maybe you can commission it from him, but
Oh, I'm not paying shit.
Alright, alright.
Even though we're rich as hell.
Yeah, we're
But,
gonna pay
like,
fucking anything. Barely.
That's like too vain. You know what I mean? To like pay someone to paint you.
Damn.
yeah, shouldn't that just be
Doing-
your passion? Why should we
Yeah,
pay you
like-
for your work? Isn't
Like,
your work good
like
enough?
he should just be like, wow, this is like a really cool story and like the flame touched history. Let me
Yeah.
add it, you know, like
You
now we're
should.
just like robbing the world of it, like their history. So
Jesus.
why would I pay?
All right, I would like to like kind of walk up towards him and go.
Oh, you definitely have some
Ah!
good.
Oh, hi.
My goodness. What was the scream for?
Sorry, I was just really focusing, and then you just kind of snuck up on me. What
you're just
what can I do for
talking
you?
the whole time. I think we were quiet.
Agatha's gonna like look down at her fucking like loud ass armor and look back at him.
Wow, you must have been really focused. That's impressive.
I
Yeah, well,
mean,
it takes a lot of focus to do good work. That's what my daddy always said.
That's understandable. He has a fair point.
Well, what can I do for you?
We were hoping to talk to you about estates. Lord Flametouch did mention that as a reward. He would
Oh
grant
yeah,
us
he
one.
did say something about that. I have a couple Where did I put them? He's kind of like, he kind of looks around, and then like on the floor, there's like a clipboard, and then he looks over, and there's like a book, and it just seems like he's just like kind of like put everything on the floor around him. And then he like looks around and he like picks up a little like scroll and he like unrolls it. Ah, here it is. Okay, yes. Well, here you go. And he kind of like turns it around so you can see, and it's kind of like a map of the city. And he says, "Well, there's a large manor right here next to the western entrance. It used to be held by Mr. Tony." That's just Tony. He doesn't have a last name. Anyways, but yeah, he used to be a very wealthy. I guess he was a beet merchant. You know what? Now that I'm looking at this, he was probably a criminal. Yeah, no way he could have afforded that as a beet peddler. Wow. Okay. Well, he's dead
I don't
now.
know, people love their beets.
It's abandoned. So that one's open. There's also a castle outside of town. It's supposed to be horribly haunted and riddled with creatures, which we will not deal with. You would have to deal with that. But there is a castle.
Pass to me.
Yeah, and then let's see here. There's also a lot of just residential buildings. And over here, there's an old abandoned shop over here. I believe it used to be an alchemist shop. Completely empty now. But you got that.
Interesting. Okay.
Wait, what do you mean that the castle's haunted?
Like there's ghosts
whoa.
in it. And they're like...
We've had enough spookiness for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not asking to go. I'm asking out of curiosity. You don't really hear about that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's
Hold
just
on.
like a bunch of ghosts in it. And like they get really territorial if you go in there. One of them, like, I think it's a poltergeist or something, but it like ripped apart a couple of teens that snuck in there a while ago, so we had to close it up.
Agatha look like a little frightened. Go.
I told him not to go in there.
I'd close it up too.
Also,
Yeah.
can I like get a better look at his weird fucking collar?
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
All right, hold on.
He seems oblivious to your attempts to pry into his personal life.
Nope. Personal life.
Why? Why?
Is that a fucking... Oh, that's a
It's a
7.
2.
Okay, I thought it was a nat 20. I was like,
I
why?
wish it was.
I mean, you could have just told him it was a nat 20. He never would have known.
Yeah, I mean, he's got kind of a long white beard, so it kind of obstructs it, so you can't really get a good look at it.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I was just kind of like glanced down at it for a second and then like back up to his face or the scroll, I guess.
Well, it's your two of you's choice. Choose wisely.
What do you think, Rago?
That is a good question.
I will say that the king also gave you 1,000 gold worth of remodels or repairs, so you could turn it into almost whatever you want. At least a serviceable version of whatever you want.
You got a good point there.
In case you want to, like, pedal beats or something. I don't know. That's what the last guy did, as far as the manor goes. But, I mean, it's also enough to maybe put some, like, I don't know anything about castles, but maybe you could put like a ballista on it? I don't know. I'm not a ballista guy.
What?
I don't know. You
Ballista,
guys
okay.
you just look like you
Thorn.
like ballistas. Hey,
Where
You
am I
just
getting
look like the
ballistas
type.
from?
Listen, Thorn. I think it was very nice of him to recommend ballistas because ballistas are, in fact, badass. So I appreciate that suggestion.
But like,
We'll
I don't have
a
one of those just laying around. Like,
Well, we can get one. Eventually. That'd be now.
well, no,
You
you
don't
have
shit.
1,000 gold worth of upgrades and remodels.
Exactly. So we can import a ballista onto
Yeah.
the wall.
A ballista costs like 700 gold, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
so,
what
like,
the
we
fuck?
just don't have
What?
money for anything else. is what
Why
I'm
would
hearing.
you need a ballista? Please think
I don't know.
rationally about this.
What if a dragon attacked again?
Specifically that area?
Hey,
I mean, it
Any-
survived one dragon attack, right?
maybe it's a ghost dragon in there. Maybe you need a ballista
I-
right now.
that-
All right, my
that's
idea is not
so much.
stupid. You're just being mean.
How are we gonna get the ballista without the dragon noticing us?
700 gold. Do not get a ballista for the love of all of the gods out there. Do not get a ballista.
How much does a catapult cost?
Definitely, probably a little cheaper, like 600.
You guys make interesting financial decisions, I must say. Even
Oh, listen,
thinking about this
like I
is
said,
fascinating to watch.
I mean, this includes clearing out a spooky castle. So
I would recommend a
it's all
trebuchet. Though.
hypotheticals.
Trebuchets cost like they're like 1,200 though, so you might have to come out of pocket a little bit on that one.
There's a point there.
Please, just use whatever.
Or we
brain
can
you
get
have
boiling
left.
hot cauldrons that you can pour out from the front door.
I feel like we could just make that ourselves, honestly.
That is true. We can home make those. Homemades.
Half
I
the
mean, there's
cost
still a hurdle here of clearing out the castle.
half the cost of the boiling hot oil cauldron would be to staff it so that it's always boiling. Because getting it to boil sometimes takes too long if you're under siege, so you got to kind of keep it boiling, which does get expensive.
I don't know, team. Do you feel like clearing out the castle?
It's your call. She's gonna like kind of grimace as she says it.
I will say the manor would be a whole lot easier for you.
Let's go with the manor.
I was gonna say, I still like the tavern idea.
You could put a ballista on the tavern,
We can-
What?
although
What?
you might have to come out of pocket for the remodels to make it a tavern.
I mean, you should just install a ballista
I'm really
for us.
pushing this ballista idea.
You're
I
very
don't-
on
I
board
don't-
for it.
Yeah,
I think you should just do it and like surprise us.
I'm gonna be
I think
honest.
that'd be way cooler than us paying for it.
I think I might be projecting. I think I just want a ballista. Don't mind me.
Oh, it's okay.
I
It's
mean,
okay. Listen. It's okay to want or have wants in this life. If you want a ballista, that could be okay.
He starts crying.
Look, you'll get your ballista eventually. I'm sure Lord Flametouch
I
can
mean-
help you get that if you're.
He's a smith. He's not a bowyer or a siege engine maker. Why would he need ballistas to fight the undead? I'm never gonna see a ballista in my lifetime.
I guess Lily's kind of panicked.
He starts hyperventilating.
Hold on.
I got too much work. I can't leave. I got no pay time off. I can't go see a ballista.
No, it's fine. She kind of like has her hands
Oh,
out, like
okay.
not quite touching him.
Oh,
We're going to go request the king's aid, so maybe you can fulfill your ballista dreams that way. Don't hold me to that fully, but you never know. Just think positively, and you'll get through this.
sorry about that. I'm all right.
I mean,
I
gotta
guess
let
the
all
looks
out
thoroughly
sometimes.
disturbed.
I'm here for it. I enjoyed that thoroughly.
My wife's been gone for so long. I'm just all caught up in my emotions, you know, and it gets funneled out in strange and bizarre ways.
Well, that's okay, buddy.
Last time I heard from her, she was in Selgaunt, and in Selgaunt they got the world hammer, you know, that big ballista the king has.
Mhm.
Oh, Maybe I just thought about that a lot. All right. Well, anyways, so you want the manor house then with tavern upgrades?
I think that might, well, hold on. Thorn, do you want to build your own tavern or do you want it like built into the manor at this point?
I say in the manor.
In the manor?
not
All right,
to-
so we're going to take the manor upgrades.
Alrighty. Okay, so one manor tavern. They're gonna love it. What are you gonna name your tavern?
Well, Thorn, you got the tavern idea. That's your naming.
Shit.
Yeah.
Maybe the
I had no.
Terrence?
No.
All right,
No. Hold on.
Springfoot's Tavern? Springfoot's
I'm
my last
thinking
name.
with
Oh,
my head.
okay,
right now.
right. Terrence is a great name. My mama said so.
Oh, shit. I need a word.
Wait, a word?
It's great. You're gonna love it.
Oh no.
The Cock and Bulls Tavern?
No.
All right.
Shit. I'm going.
You had
all of
this
you.
like I feel like you had this prepared
It's-
somewhere, and now that it's actually coming to fruition, your brain was like, "Whoops!"
No.
threw it out
Like
already.
I got an idea as we said this, and like I don't know what to put with it. But I was going with something with Skippy's name in it.
Oh god.
Skippy Sippies.
Skippy.
Oh my god. Perfect.
There you go. That's
What's-
the tavern.
What's it called?
Skippy's
Skippy
Sippies.
Sippies.
Skippies Sippies. Skippy.
We gotta name it after a boy.
Yeah, I think
How do you spell
Africa-
Sippies?
there's one correct way to spell this. You guys better spell it right.
Sippies.
Yes.
Okay. Skippies Sippies.
Why would you not do the SIPPYS? Skippy is already SKIPPY. Do a little grammatical error for it, you know.
My dyslexic just fucking factory reset when you said that.
Beautiful.
Sorry, bud. Well, okay, maybe not. I guess we can have it be normal. Just in my brain.
In your brain.
Okay, all right.
I mean, we can go with that too.
All right, well, obviously you're gonna want a liquor license. All right, that's gonna be like.
Oh, that's a thing.
That's 100 gold. We'll take it out of your repairs. I assume you're gonna want a bar and a stage. Do you want one of those big hearths in the middle?
Sure.
Uh,
Why not? How much that cost?
Well, a big hearth's not too much. I mean, it's just a bunch of rocks in a circle, but we will have to install a chimney. So a big hearth, with a bar, and then I mean, it's already got a wine cellar, so you can easily put kegs in there. So that's not too big of an issue. Let me see.
We made the
here.
right choice here.
So that'll probably come up to be about 500 gold. So you're looking at 600. Any other adjustments you'd like above that?
no, I think I'm okay.
How much did a Ballista cost?
600.
7.
700.
Oh,
Yeah.
it went down. Oh fuck.
Sorry, I thought about catapult, but catapult's just inferior to a ballista in so many ways.
True. I completely agree.
That's why
Although
we trust your insight.
you
That's
could put the
why,
boiling pot in the catapult. No, hold on. No, I think there's actually laws against that. I don't think that's actually kosher. Anyways, yeah, the Genova Convention, I think, outlawed that.
Yeah. Of course. I've heard about this convention.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually just straight up ignore it.
Well, yeah, but it's all about like who sees it, if you leave witnesses. I don't know a lot about this though. I'm just kind of like a glorified accountant.
Fair enough.
Who
Let's
does
see
their
here.
job phenomenally?
Thank you.
Accurately.
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of an alchemy set so you guys can make healing potions, and that's on the house for such a nice compliment.
What a homie. You the man.
But yeah, you got
You make my heart stir.
you got 400 gold left. Do you want me just to staff it? That should keep it staffed for probably. Well, I guess you know what? If you want supplies, that'll be another 200 gold, and then the other 200 gold should be able to staff it for about 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, do you guys want a bounties board?
Ooh, of course.
Okay. I'll just yeah, I can put that in. It's just a little bit of a licensing thing. It's all right if we go a little bit over. He won't notice. It's my job to keep track of this thing. I'm not very good at my job apparently. Oh damn. Anyways,
No, you're doing so good. Like,
it's okay. You
you
know
know,
what?
done it without you.
Right. Okay. Well. Okay. So we're gonna have a bar. Okay. Good. Big middle hearth.
So, homie.
And what do you want the decor to be like? Do you want it to be sort of wooden, adventure-esque, or would you like postmodern, where we put like a lot of wood and rivets in it?
Oh, that's gonna be it.
What do you think, Greg?
Or perhaps we could do spellcastery, or maybe we can go
No,
full
no,
goblin
no.
mode. Do you want me to put goblin mode down in the notes?
Do
No.
not put goblin mode down in the notes.
All right.
Absolutely not.
All right. Okay. Guess we're not
All
gonna
right,
get laid in
okay.
this tavern. Okay.
What?
Nothing. All right. Big middle hearth. All right. Alchemy. Alchemist station.
There's like bedrooms on the second floor, right?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of bedrooms up there.
Perfect. Excellent.
We'll have to clear out all the rotting beets, but that shouldn't be a problem.
No, shouldn't be.
All right. Alchemist station. Am I putting postmodern rivets? Or
Let's go postmodern. I'm feeling
okay,
that.
postmodern riveted.
We can always redesign.
That's true. Modern riveted.
How can you be postmodern? We're in the modern times. That makes no sense.
You're ahead of the modern times. Like,
Listen.
trendsetters.
Interior design's a very complicated thing, all right? There's a lot of different sort of styles that you gotta go for, and sometimes you just gotta make it up.
Yeah.
Wing
As
it,
with most
if you
things,
will.
I suppose.
And honestly, futuristic just doesn't sound as cool as postmodern. See, rivets are gonna be all the while. There's gonna be every house is gonna have rivets in it, all right? I'm telling you.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like a sound investment on the future. Of
Like, you
being
know how
modern.
barrels, they're like kind of like riveted in, and that little band that goes across, that you just kind of like slap those on the wall, and it looks really cool. And then you can like rub your hands on it, you know, if like you're like you really need to like touch something with that kind of texture, it's nice.
Yeah,
True.
exactly.
All right. Well, anyways.
I like this plan. Nothing
All
to go
right.
wrong.
Postmodern riveted, and then the good old-fashioned bounty board,
Yes, sir.
which we will do for free. I'll keep up with it. I'll just take some free drinks now and then. Easy enough. All right.
Anything for
Well-
our man.
I'll be sure to get that right underway for you. I just need to put a shirt on. I'm just sitting here in the foyer of this castle, pretty much just with my shirt off, painting this shield. I'm gonna be honest, this was my break, but it's over now, and I gotta get back to work. So I'll see you guys later.
You look good.
Oh, thank
Goodbye.
you so much. I have a
Oh.
lot of self-esteem issues. My wife usually helps me work through it, but she's off.
Terrence,
If you ever see Donna Springfoot, she's a halfling, she's an adventurer, just tell her I said hi and I miss her so much.
Terrence, I was going to ask, since we'll probably make our way over to Silgon at some point, did you want your wife to come and visit you?
Oh, yes, I would love that so much. Every time she writes me, she tells me I can't come until she gets here. I'm built up, lady. I'm fucking dying out here.
Agatha
thank
is
you.
going to just look absolutely mortified.
I've been working out to vent all the stress I'm under.
Terrence, with
I
all due
could've
respect,
gone-
I never wanted to know that in my entire life.
Hey, you
I
asked,
could have
lady.
gone my whole life.
I
without
did
doing that,
not
but-
ask that. I asked if you
was-
wanted her to come say hello. I needed to know nothing more.
Sorry, I guess I'm projecting again. Anyways, I'll get this under the way. There's a lot of new
Guess we-
people in here, so I should be able to staff it pretty well.
I feel like we just learned something new about Terrence that we didn't.
I wish we hadn't.
Fuck
But
off.
it is the year of our gods. Blah blah blah. I don't know what year it is. I don't cake shape.
Thorn. There's a difference
Whatever-
between kink shaming and whatever the fuck Terrence just did to me.
It's like
This is
Whatever,
not right.
whatever knocks your socks off. So.
Ugh.
uh,
Well, if
Yeah, I know
I
what
see
Terrence
your
would do
wife,
too.
I'll let her know you. I'd like her to visit.
I greatly appreciate that.
Agatha's gonna like wipe her eyes for a second.
Okay, great. Well, have a good rest of your work day. Let's go talk to Shanti, both of you.
She's gonna start to walk away.
He kind of like there's like a basket. And you can see him. He's like kind of like goes in. You can see his legs kicking as he pulls out a robe and he's like crawling into it and then walks off.
Fuck. Okay.
The people get weirder and weirder each time I visit, I swear.
Listen, I just don't need to give them a chance to express themselves.
I mean, that was kind of like a normal conversation in my circle.
No, it wasn't. You both are absurdly insane. Something
mean-
is either wrong with the both of you or you've had some horrible social interactions. I don't know which. Maybe it's both. Who knows? But it is
You know,
not.
is lacking in the social sphere, to be honest.
I can full
Yeah,
scale
aren't you
too.
from like limbo or something? Like,
Yes, but we know how to talk to one another without doing sharing
don't,
intimate
you know,
details with strangers you barely just met.
we've known Terrence for a long time now. We've gone through it.
Believe it or not, the Githzerai monastery very conservative about about sex and all that. Gay people are fine, but you're just not allowed to talk about anything like that.
Yeah, see, I know exactly what I'm doing here. It's okay, guys.
It's just a different era. I don't know.
Maybe for you, but it's entirely absurd. I mean, it doesn't even matter what culture it is. You don't just do that to people.
You
just
remember,
go up-
you remember your
Gosh,
father telling 8-year-old you won't find enlightenment in your pants.
Oh, that's the opposite of what I've heard. So.
Oh my fucking god.
You guys make it a Shawnee. Her and Charaboros are they're kind of like sitting down in like these like lounge chairs next to like a there's a library, and you can see like some of the books are kind of like floating down next to the tables, and they're kind of like looking at them, and they're sipping tea, and they're just kind of like talking about like whatever research they're doing next to this fire in these like very comfortable looking chairs. And you walk up and you see Shanti.
Hello, Shanti. It's been a while.
Oh, she kind of coughs on her. It's so good to see you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Okay. Did you bring any samples? What'd you bring? What'd you bring me? Did you bring me anything nice? Tell me what was the pool like? Did it smell weird? You gotta tell me. You got hold on. I got a pen somewhere.
Alright,
I didn't really get
Shanti.
that close to it because it's kind of spooky. And I'm trying to live.
Oh yeah, that's very good. That's very good. You
So-
didn't like touch it at
I
all.
don't think
There's
I don't
a
think
lot
anyone
of-
even got within the vicinity of it.
Oh yeah, no. There's see the Shadowfell, like everything inside it's pretty much all just built up negative energy. A lot of evil things. A lot of evil spirits get trapped there and become a lot more powerful. Due to the nature of the place, so it's definitely good you didn't touch it.
Agatha's sweating just a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing that we didn't.
I mean, there's some people in there that are like, they live in there. The Shatterkai, like they're not really evil, but they're not fun to hang around like at all. That's for sure. Because you have to live in all that negativity, right? So I mean, it's not gonna do good. But they're not necessarily evil. But I wouldn't really assume one to be good.
Wait, Can a shattered
That felt
kite interact with the pool and not feel affected?
Sure. Well, anyone can. It's possible. But it's a lot like the Feywild, where it's very like sort of she kind of like stops and she's like, well, there's a lot of influences, and whereas the Feywild is sort of a chaotic good area, so you get into it, and a lot of people who get lost in the Feywild, they'll get jovial and they'll get a little happier, a little more free spirited, a little more chaotic, and a little more like usually a little good. I mean, there's a lot of evil in the Feywild as well. But and the same goes for the Shadowfell. But the Shadowfell is a rather new addition to the planar wheel, so to speak. In fact, it's not even considered its own plane yet. That's how early in development, I guess you could say. We call it a dwarf plane. Anyways, it's a whole logical. It's a lot of technicalities. I guess it doesn't really matter. But there is no good that really is born into there. There's even been reports of people dying in the real world, and if their soul was good enough and it was close enough to a portal, that it would actually get sucked in and they would get reincarnated evil, and so they would live out their lives evil. It's very strange. These are all just reports, though. The studies are very limited. But it's also very fascinating. Very fascinating indeed.
That's yes, very interesting.
Oh yeah,
well,
for sure. I totally didn't zone out that halfway through.
Lord. I'll start with the bad news first. Unfortunately, we didn't get any samples. It was a little bit difficult to do so.
Well, that's
She's
all
kinda-
right.
She's kind of like, she's not fully making eye contact with her as she says that.
But did want to ask if possibly you knew anything about how to close the pool, or get rid of
Oh,
it
yes.
somehow.
Well, Charaboros and I, and she kind of looks over, and Charaboros is like fully asleep in his chair, apparently.
I mean, if I was in a chair, same.
And so she's like, well, first of all, there's a lot of different things. We need to be there. We need to test it out. I mean, we can make a lot of assumptions on how it got opened. My assumption is sometime when the dragon attacked and sort of ruined the whole city, I think maybe all the negative emotions and terror and everything probably is what spawned the portal. Or if maybe the portal was already existed and it widened it. And at any rate, that would be why it's there. Now, can we fully close it? Man, a portal of that size, it's hard to say. It really is. Because when something's been opened that large, you can seal it shut, but there's always going to be a very thin spot there. But in order to do it, we would need to probably get a tuning fork. I've contacted the Archmage of the Mages Guild, and he is going to look, but he's very busy right now. So we're kind of waiting on him. But then we'll need to make an expedition out there, do some tests, and really get our heels in there. And perhaps there might be a way for us to close it on this side. But if we can't do that, then we're gonna have to go in the portal, some sort of expedition, and perhaps craft a tuning fork for it so that we can close it, indeed. But we're doing our research now, and maybe we'll find a better solution. But it's hard to say at this early juncture.
If I had experience with tuning forks,
We talked about this, but I can't remember.
You know of them. You know that the Oracle does not use a tuning fork.
Okay.
You do a lot of planar travel, and yeah, generally, like, normal people. By normal people, I mean very gifted, high-level wizards and sorcerers. Generally
Okay.
need to go to, like, a very specific, like, installation, and then they would have a tuning fork that has been, like, crafted in whatever plane that they want to go to, and then using that as an arcane focus, they're able to open a temporary portal that they can go in.
Agatha will like have her little notebook out and she's like scribbling down things.
Okay, well, at the very least we can try and see how we could get our hands on a tuning fork, but I can't imagine it would be so simple. So we'll probably return here eventually. We'll let you know.
Oh, of course. Well, you can find me like in the Mages Guild at any time. Just pop on in.
Of course. Okay, well, if we come across anything else, I guess I still have your.
Oh, speaking of which, by the way, we have summoned the Mages Guild Tower in here, although the teleportation functions aren't quite ready yet. We need to finish inscribing the runes into it, and then tuning the Mages Guild into knowing that is a place of. So if you wanted to use it to teleport back to. Fucking Arabelle, then you might have to wait a couple days.
That's fine. I'm sure we might end up just heading out on foot anyway, but
Oh,
that
of
would
course.
be good to know for the future.
Yeah, well, if you ever need any help, please don't hesitate to ask, or if you just need to know anything. I always love having good conversations about the state of the world.
Agatha will kind of like quickly like flip her notebook shut and go,
Of course, be the first person we go to.
Yeah, and of course, if you ever come across any sort of magical item or anything like that, and you need it identified, I will do it to you for free. No questions asked.
That's quite
Well,
kind
I
of
will
you.
ask questions. That's the price. I will be asking questions if it's interesting. If it's just like, I don't know, like a wand of arcane missiles, then I'd probably just be like, yeah, that's easy enough.
Yeah, yes, of course, of course. Well, we should be on our way, but thank you for the information.
Of course. Always a pleasure to see you guys. Before you leave, actually, when I did talk to the Archmage, I told him about you guys and how you're gonna go doing missions and stuff, and he said that if you seemed capable, we might have a mission for you. Although it might be, you feel free to say no about it, but it's just something we're curious about.
All right. What's the mission?
Well, one of the responsibilities of the Mages Guild is, our main focus is, of course, keeping the peace of the world that we're in. We've from a wide range, we've saved the world a couple times. Well, not me personally, but we've the Archmage and them have influenced. Cataclysmic events out of there, demons that try to go into our world. Sometimes we close those portals up and that kind of stuff. But also malfeasant wizards sometimes. And I'm not saying that this is a malfeasant wizard by any means. We just, we've come to our attention that the Fighters Guild has a mage of some sort. And this person isn't in any of our records, and it's very important that we keep tabs on who has magical powers, just so that they're not misused. You understand?
Of course.
So
Yeah.
if you guys ever, or if you wanted to find out the name of this mage for us, so that we can have it in our records, that would be greatly appreciated.
Agatha's gonna look like not quite apprehensive enough for Shanti to tell, but just enough.
Yeah. I suppose if we hear anything, we can let you know.
Give me a deception check.
Please, God. Please.
Let any of these rolls be better than what you have been rolling.
Please. I'm gonna be so sad if it's not. Okay, now we're good. We're good. We're good.
Oh, we
of
chilling.
Of course.
Been
Well,
deceived.
thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm the things between the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild has always been a little rocky. But I'd like us to find some sort of common ground. I mean, our values don't necessarily conflict with theirs. I don't think so. But I find them very hard to work with sometimes. But yeah. if you do ever figure out what the name of that wizard is, we would just like to know. We don't have any suspicions that it's a malfeasant wizard or anything like that, but just in case it is, to put it blunt, I don't think that the Fighters Guild knows a lot about magic, and I feel like they could really be taken advantage of in that realm. So we're just a ward. But thank you. Do let us know, and if you do find out, then we would be willing to reward you with some. I don't know what do wizards like or adventurers like. You guys like we have a lot of potions maybe, or we can give you maybe some spell scrolls or something.
Maybe a
Sure.
ballista.
Or even we can have a discount on the teleportation. Yeah, so if you guys ever need to go through, like, you know, usually it's somewhat expensive, usually about 30 gold per person for people to teleport in between the towns where the Mages Guild have a setup. But we could easily, if you guys do well by us, we can give it to you for free, of course.
That
Wow.
would be helpful. Consider that.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to have talked to you guys, and I'm super excited about the progress we've made against the undead here. It's been a concern for a long time, but we've just never been able to get artists to accept our help. So we owe you guys for that. Speaking of which, and she kind of like reaches back into her bag, and she goes, "Oh, here you go," and she hands you over a spell scroll of, well, she hands you 3 spell scrolls.
Okay.
One of Revivify, one
Okay.
of Lightning Bolt, and then one of Find Familiar.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And she says, "That's just for helping us get set up here, and now that we can actually make some headway against the undead here and get a better understanding of everything."
Oh, that is quite generous. Thank you very much.
Of course. Well, you helped us. Anyways, yeah, have yourselves a nice evening and a pleasant tomorrow and the day after that if I don't see you then.
You as well, Shanti.
Mm-hmm. And she kind of sits back down and she gets back to reading her books.
I'm gonna corral the other two like good fair distance away. Firstly, who wants what scroll? I feel like Revivify might be useful on you or me because we're not squishy.
You as in.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Wow. Wow.
Look, you can get Lightning
Wow.
Bolt or Find Familiar, so
Wow.
And the Find Familiar, if the familiar dies at any point, I mean, the spell scroll will be used, so you won't be able to get it back unless you find another scroll of Find Familiar or learn the spell.
simply just don't die then.
Wow.
Yes.
Simply do not perish.
Yeah, just don't fucking die, duh.
Just don't die. Well, I already have a scroll of lightning bolt somehow. Scroll.
Was that from one of the?
I think I was from under the.
I think you got it from
Anything.
the half dragon thing, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Oh no, you found it.
No,
when
yeah,
you-
that's where. Yeah, I was in the gold or something.
something like that.
I know it's from like last time we played, so that sounds right. I guess I'll take the Find Familiar. That sounds fun.
Okay.
Find Familiar. Okay. Well,
And then I take.
yeah, take your pick. Don't really care either way.
I'll take the lightning bolt.
Revivify it is.
Hell yeah.
Yee.
Okay,
Homie's gonna
Yes.
yeet lightning bolt.
Yee.
that'll be
Yeet.
slay.
Do you want to like do it at the same time? We can like cross streams.
My God.
I'll cross
You're
your
not-
stream any day.
You're not allowed to cross streams. It's against the magical code.
Fuck you.
I've never heard this code.
That is true. You wouldn't have heard it.
I make up my own rules.
Real.
Hmm.
Alright. Yes, we're like crawled away, split up the scrolls and all that. After we're like good distance away from everyone else, Agatha will look like kinda a little like deep in the thought and she'll say to the both of you. I don't know what it is, but the fact that apparently the Mages Guild knows about what was her name? I don't see it.
I don't
have
think
it in
you
my
guys.
notes.
You never asked her name.
No, it was Sandra.
Oh
We
yeah.
got the name. Yeah.
Oh, you did
okay.
get the name. Okay.
I remember if we talked to her about her own name, but we know it.
Yeah, it was Sandra.
Sandra, yeah.
I don't think we should let them know about Lysandra for the time being. There's something that I think is missing here. The grander scheme of things. And not that necessarily anything bad will happen, but it might be wiser to wait and perhaps discuss that with the Guildmaster Longstrider and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we need to go talk to him about Santa's orbs anyway.
True.
Big facts.
Alright, glad we're on the same page then. Wouldn't mind
Uh,
visiting that
where's,
mage again anyway.
Where's Selgon?
Belgaunt? Okay, so if we go to the
I'd like to see the map.
I shall bring you to the map.
Thank
So,
you, man, sir.
You guys, so Arabelle's down here. That's where you guys were. You guys met, like I think over here, in between Ordelin and Arabelle.
Oh, right, we never made it to Ordelin. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So then Ordelin's here, and then Selgaunt, the capital, is down
Oh, wait.
here.
There, okay.
We're in the worst place.
Yeah,
all
and
time to get
Selgaunt
anywhere.
is where both Ando and Rago are from. So you guys know it
Oh.
well.
Interesting.
And you guys are currently up here. If you want to talk to the Fighters Guild, their headquarters is back at Arabelle. Shawnee did say that the tower will be functionally able to teleport in a couple of days. If you wanted to stay here a couple of days and then pay 30 gold per person and then teleport straight to Arabelle where there is a Mage's Tower.
Where's the fun in that?
And,
I mean, I was gonna say, how long does it take to get there?
takes about it's about like a week or so.
What the hell?
Mm.
Doesn't look that far.
A couple days.
I mean,
It's like 3 to 4 days. So like it is
So like,
not quite a week, but close enough.
and how fast can they teleport? Or like,
It would be instant.
well, obvious. I meant like, how many days?
It would take like two. I think she said like 2 to 3 days for it to be up. So the amount of time would be the same, but you would navigate any danger along the road or anything you weren't prepared for. Also, there is a Mage's Tower in Selgaunt as well,
Wow, so convenient.
and Ordelin.
And okay.
And there might be more in other towns, but that's just the ones that you two know of, or have been around, I should say.
Gotcha.
All right, so what do we wanna do?
I mean, I don't really care either way. More used to traveling on foot, and teleportation seems convenient. I mean,
And
kind
it-
of looks up.
And it would cost you 30 per person, which altogether that's like what? That's 120 gold.
It wouldn't be cheap to travel, also. So I mean, where do we want to go next? I guess is the real question.
See, I feel like if we teleport to Arabelle, she did ask us to go to the Fighters Guild.
And we do still need to talk to the guildmaster there anyway about the
Well,
orb.
I didn't want to go to Arabelle and like raise any red flags or anything, but she did ask us to check it out, so it wouldn't be suspicious.
I mean, I guess there's a bit of a double objective there. I mean, not just that.
The Fighters Guild, he is expecting you back whenever you figure whatever it is out that was on the map. And you do know that he wanted you to do that because he wanted to know what was on it because the Merchants Guild was after it. Rowan is the original person who sent you out there with the map to find whatever was in that place. Now, of course, you could lie to him and say you didn't find anything.
We give him the scroll of lightning bolt. That's all we found.
Just keep the ominous orb on us.
Yeah, Santa's orb.
Santa's orb, yeah. What could go wrong?
Don't tell anyone.
Obviously.
I don't know. What do you think, Rago?
I mean, my mind's on the Fighters Guild right now, pretty much.
Fair enough. I kind of miss the homies, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is the tower on the east side?
The tower
so.
in Arabelle?
Yeah.
We have a map for it of Arabelle.
Well, I'm hoping it's on the east side. 'Cause
Let's
that's where the
see.
homies are at.
It's been a while since you guys seen this. But yeah, the Magus Guild tower is this building here, if I recall correctly.
Just like,
Oh,
okay.
it's like right in the middle.
Yeah. It's right there, and then the Fighters Guild is this place up here. That's says it's a cemetery, but it's not a cemetery.
Oh, no.
Where?
They just had a lot of fighters die, that's why it's a
Yeah.
grim reminder.
Oh.
Never forget.
Never
Never
forget.
forget. Never back
Second
down,
plane.
never what?
Goddamn.
What?
All right.
Cool.
So it sounds like you're Arabelle bound then.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. Well, are you guys walking or are you gonna teleport?
I'm kind of feeling teleport. Get to relax for a couple of days.
We can try it, right?
You guys do have a home here, although it's probably a little in disrepair. But you could get your room set up.
Wow.
Home improvement.
I
love this episode.
Just the fucking the Home Depot song just starts playing.
Yeah.
That shit's a banger.
Banging.
Well, do you both want help clearing out the now tavern that you've gotten?
I would
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Let's go. Let's go ahead and build up your bar as I throw my arm around Thorn.
It's
Right.
time for a home improvement montage.
Home improvement montage. You guys get back to your to your manor. This is a very large manor. Whoever this was indeed filthy fucking rich. Apparently he was just a little bit of a beat salesman in quotation marks. But you get
I've heard
there.
once or twice about him.
There's not really like a big like yard or anything. It's just kind of like this large building that's on the streets. As you get there, you can see that it's 2 stories. It seems to be that they're like you go into the main like foyer, and there's like 2 staircases going up to the 2nd floor, just in this place, and then on the ground floor it goes off to the right. In the right, there's just like a bunch of like sort of rooms, a kitchen, this sort of a kitchen and a dining room, and then on the left side there's just a large sort of like ballroom where perhaps this person hosted parties. And then
Oh.
at the top, there's just a bunch of bedrooms. There's like two large master bedrooms. that still have like pretty decent beds in them. I mean, they haven't been used, so you probably want to get the mattresses replaced or what have you. But yeah, it's a pretty nice place though. And are you guys gonna be staying there for the couple days or whatever?
Why
Yeah,
not?
I would say so. We could stay there, make sure the place is set up all nice and whatnot.
Yep. At some point, probably in the next day or so, Terrence comes by with a brand new sign that he's painted that says Skippy Sippies, and it's got a picture of a drunk frog that's
Let's go.
in a mug asleep.
Huge.
And then he
Huge.
puts that up, and then a lot of the workers and like new people that have come in start going in and going to work and like fixing things up. It seems that they're going to sort of open up the wall to the ballroom, and then have the kitchen just be where the kitchen is, and they're gonna put the bar on the right side of the room, so that you can just go back into the kitchen, and then the wine cellar is down there as well. And then the whole open area, they put a large sort of, they kind of sink it. There's a sunk in spot where you can sit around the hearth, and there's a big, huge, sort of like rock little wall where you can put the hearth in, and then they start knocking holes in the ceiling to put a chimney. Well, that's about as far as they get while you guys are there. And with that, I think that's a pretty good place to end the session there.
Perfect.
Okay,
Hell
home
yeah.
improvement.
Hell yeah. Home improvement. And thank you everyone for stopping by and taking a good old look-see at the Elder Run. We got 2 streamers here. We'll start with Ando.
Hello, I'm Ando. You can find me at twitch.tv/AndoTillen. That's ANDOTILN. I'm also the same on Twitter and YouTube, and that's it.
Hell yeah. And then we have Red Master.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Red. I find my nonsense over at twitch.tv/Rematch77. Same for the Bird app. Always long live the Bird app.
Long live the bird.
Long live the birds, baby. And yeah, that's where you can find me and find my nonsense beyond the Elder Run. We do a lot of cool, fun, maybe quirky stuff if you're into it, of course.
Of course.
That's the way to put it.
Nice work. And then, of course, we've got our animal of the bye-week.
Yeah.
Pride Month.
Yeah, I forget which one I sent last time, but oh, never mind. It's just him again. Yeah, this is my son again.
He looks-
except this time he's high as fuck.
Yeah, he
What?
looks fucking
What did you
doinked.
do to him?
His legs look kind of fucked in that photo. He looks like he has like no body.
Yeah, he looks like he has
Doinked
no
out,
arms,
bro.
and he's just
He just has like these really short legs.
he looks like
a
one of
tree.
those like long Furbies. Have you seen those?
Oh yeah.
The
He
cursed
kind
one.
of is here. Yeah, please enjoy him. I love him very much, and
Adorbs.
he's just so high, so high.
Absolutely
That's
zonked
hype,
out of his
dude.
mind.
Little man's gone,
Homie's on a kite right now.
I'm
basically.
Jealous, dude. This guy looks like he's fucking having a great time.
He don't know what the fuck is going on. He fell asleep face down on my bed, and I was like, "Okay, buddy, don't die on me. I need you to wake up."
Oh lord. All right. Well, good work, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by, and I'll catch everyone later. Adios.
Take care,
Goodbye,
guys.
people. Goodbye.
Adios. Goodbye.